Stealing from a Pike underboss. First day? Easy. Name's Donka. I'm a broker for every job on this moon.
Not many syndicates where I'm from.
Hey, this is legitimate business. Miragana is special, kid. Empire keeps this cantina neutral. But beyond these walls, it's war. You want to survive? Know the players. Look there. The Pikes have the most say, thanks to Gorak. Cutthroat, political. They pay up to play favorites with the Empire. Then, Crimson Dawn. Hungry for Gorak's kingdom. Crafty, sneaky.
Last week, I got to be one of the first people in the world to play the upcoming Star Wars game from Massive Entertainment and Ubisoft, Star Wars Outlaws.
Out here, you live and die by your reputation. That said, a friend needs a little something stolen from Gorak's private base. Some information he'd hate to get out.
And who's hiring me to steal from the top syndicate in town?
Sorry, kid. In or out. That's all you get.
Tell your client Kay Vess is in.
Cute. Desperate, but cute.
Star Wars Outlaws is a brand new story set between The Empire Strikes Back and The Return of the Jedi, and in it you play as Kay Vess, a scoundrel just trying to make her way in the universe.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You're Torrin Valerio Nup?
That's me. Mm-hmm.
All right, move along.
She's accompanied by her best pal Nix, who's honestly one of my favorite parts of the game, and yes, you can pet him whenever you need a little pick-me-up. We'll talk more about him later.
Don't worry, buddy. We're gonna figure this out.
The truth is that 4 hours in a game this large isn't enough time to make any definitive statements on whether it's good or bad, or if you should play it or not. What we're going to talk about mostly is what I liked. And if you're waiting and wondering, no reason to skip to the end. What I played convinced me that I'm absolutely playing Star Wars Outlaws when it releases. I'm revealing too much, by the way, and before we dive in, I want to thank Massive and Ubisoft for giving me a chance to play their game so early. It really, really means a lot that they would choose me for this opportunity. To start, let's talk about a core part of the game, the combat. You're an outlaw, right? So you're going to have to shoot and punch and maybe even sneak your way out of a lot of situations. Luckily, all the combat I got to experience felt great. Kay's blaster feels and sounds how you want your weapons in Star Wars to feel and sound. And the fact that you can have Nix collect other weapons for you to use is super cool. By the way, whenever I'd pick up and use a stormtrooper's weapon, the bolts would go pretty much where I'd aim them, so we didn't solve the mystery about why stormtroopers can't seem to aim. I'm joking, of course, but seriously, the stormtroopers in this game are lethal. I stopped to try to help a group of them defeat a creature, and I did, and then, well...
This could be bad. Ready to fire. Go!
The vehicle combat, a thing I'm not often that sold on in games, also felt good to me. The speeder felt a little more chaotic to control, at least on keyboard and mouse with high sensitivity.
Whoa! This thing has some kick.
But the Trailblazer handled smoothly, and I managed to win all of the dogfights I got into, which frankly surprised even me.
Wow. This thing can move.
The stealth also felt the way I wanted it to. I was able to sneak around without being unexpectedly discovered, unless I happen to make some sort of mistake, and even if someone does spot you, you can usually evade them and keep yourself hidden. Usually.
Here we go, Nix.
Come on! She is trying to
Nix,
hide!
get to cover.
From what I saw, there's going to be a lot of reasons to stop and explore the open world. Zooming by on my speeder, I saw a lot of treasure spots and side quests that, if I had unlimited time, surely would have pulled my attention away from whatever I was doing.
We set for life.
The planets, by the way, are gorgeous and detailed, and the few I got to see were so different that I'm excited to take the time to sit and explore all they have to offer.
Yeah, okay.
But with all of that aside, we should probably talk for a moment about arguably the most important part. Every Star Wars story needs a silly little guy, and in Star Wars Outlaws, that silly little guy is Nix.
We made it. Somehow.
His design definitely seems to be based on an axolotl, and despite being this game's designated silly little guy, he's also incredibly handy.
Good boy.
He'll distract enemies,
Need a distraction, Nix.
Catch that thing!
That's it, buddy.
or attack them.
Exhausted.
Or press buttons to open up new areas for you.
Nix, the door.
Or even bring you goodies like weapons and other loot.
Sneak over and get that.
Silly little guys wise, Nix is among the best. More games should let you have a companion this useful. Plus, like I already mentioned, you can pet him whenever you want. I already miss him. I wonder if I can find a Nix plush or something for my office. With everything I've seen, I'm hopeful that Star Wars Outlaws will live up to my expectations. The part of the game that I got to play was so fun. The planets were beautiful, the exploration was interesting, even if I did fall to my death once or twice, and the combat and stealth left me eager for more. If the rest of the game is like what I got to play, I think Massive and Ubisoft will have a hit on their hands. By the way, if you decide to pick it up, make sure you use my creator code REVEALING on the Ubisoft store. And thank you so much for watching.